Hello everybody and welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be flipping through my 2021 bullet journal. As you can tell, as usual, I use a Leuchtturm A5 journal. I typically use a dotted journal. Only one year I used a square one. I have some stickers on here. On the front I have a sticker from the bookstore Books Are Magic. I have a this Vine sticker that I got sent in as part of like a Depop package. Somebody included it, which was really cute, and I think this quote is so funny. I have a Brooklyn Public Library sticker because I am a huge supporter of my local library, and a hashtag Stop Asian Hate sticker from the organization Move On. I did take off my nail polish today, so she's a little plain today. Anyway. As usual, I have my washi tape excess cutoffs on here. I have another Move On sticker. I hope you are all getting vaccinated if you can, and also boosted. And then another one, because this was really historic. For the first time ever, we have a Madam Vice President, which is really awesome. I kind of fell off using the index, but I do like to have it. A lot of the prints that I have like this are from a shop on Etsy called Jenny's Papercraft Co. She also has a YouTube channel here called Jenny's Journal, so I'll have everything linked down below. This is my calendar overview. And some of my resolutions, I do them very loosely. Took these from Lily Pulitzer of any trips that I had, YouTube ideas, and my video schedule. Wish list, bucket list. These are all very familiar if you watched my 2022 setup. I did this for the first time in 2021 and loved how it turned out, so I'm continuing it. These are all the books that I read and my monthly favorites. Some months I ended up having two, so it kind of like fucked it up. I don't know if I'll do the covers again, but I do like having a page for my monthly faves. And here's my year in Polaroids. This year I was really proud of having everything on a Polaroid, but if you do look closely, I printed these out from like HP Sprocket, and so the corners don't actually line up, but I'm really happy that for the most part I tried, and I have a lot of them. Okay, so here's January. January always starts out really nice and clean. Books that I've read. I like to keep things the same for the most part. Each spread that I have is different in the themes that I have, but the way that I use my bullet journal is always going to be the same because if it works for me. I like my bullet journal to work in a really functional way. I try to make it look nice at the beginning of the year. For February, I had a To All the Boys theme because the last movie was coming out. In the purple, like Tombow pen color, that's how I keep track of the books that I read per month. This was the year that I also went back to school, so at the top I had little to-do lists of homework assignments that I had to do. So that would change up how my spreads were as well because I needed to make room for that. And I of course saved some space for journaling as well. My boyfriend and I retook our love language thing. Mine has changed actually and his hasn't. I mean, the numbers are skewed, but the order is the same for him, which I found very, very interesting. Let's see, yeah, my habit trackers like always looks the same, so is the page count. I just like what I like, you know. If it works, it works. Very rarely will I change it up, which is why in some cases like I'll look at my bullet journal and think that she looks really boring, which is why I like try to have different themes even though they don't always like look super great. As the year went on, I really stopped using my financial tracker. My finance tracker, I even forgot what it's called because I stopped using it, but I am gonna like try to be better about looking at my finances for this year. This was the month that I read the most. May, I read 20 books. I didn't read as many books in 2021 as I did in 2020, but it's okay because I like reading for fun. Yeah, some of the themes are really weird. Oh my god, look, the BTS come back for Butter. A lot of journaling. And because I became a BTS fan, I had to have a theme for them in June. So I really, really like how this theme turned out. I did a lot of printouts Coda got me this sticker set from like Redbubble, which I have some left over, so I want to use them. It's really funny. One of my goals for this year is to like keep learning a little bits and bits of Korean and see what I can pick up, especially now as a fan of K-pop. And I had like this spread. I attended the Muster Suwuzu event and just wanted to talk about my experience with why I like started liking them really randomly. Because my boyfriend Coda, we've been together a long time. He's been a fan of theirs for a really long time, and it wasn't until like this one time really randomly. Oh, I love this too. My family and I, we went on a little trip to Portland, Maine, and Boston. So I journaled about that as well. These prints, see, these are from Jenny Journals. Oh, see, look, this is the stickers. These are the stickers that I have left from the BTS sticker set. Oh, see, PTD was being released. And I spent some time with my boyfriend in Long Island. This was like when I was starting to get really annoyed with my sprocket, which is why I want to upgrade to possibly a different one, but more likely the Instax printer, because I love the way that the Instax film looks. August is my birthday month, so I always do some sort of collage of like things that I like, and it's usually a pink theme just because that's my favorite color. And I really stopped keeping track of my expenses. Oh, expense tracker, I think that's what it's called. I read 18 books. We went on a trip to Orlando to Universal Studios. Had fun with that. Did some birthday journaling. Fall semester has started, so this is like when my bullet journal starts to kind of fall off track because I was so busy and I wasn't really keeping track of anything. I kind of just kept it to the bare minimum, but I still managed to read 20 books again because I was reading the manga series Slam Dunk. And school was starting, assignments to keep track of. I wasn't really even using it because I just was busy. I'm supposed to have like my October cover page here, and no, none of that. October, usually I have like dark colors, black, very Halloween theme. Even though I'm not even like the biggest fan of Halloween, I just feel like it fits the vibe really well. Another one here, I was supposed to have a cover page for November. Didn't have that either. Keep it very fall themed. I didn't even write out my expense tracker because I wasn't really using it and it wasn't really functional because I was busy. I wasn't reading a lot of days as well, and I read only 8 books, which was the least amount I think I read. And then this, I was supposed to do some journaling, but then these pictures are supposed to be somewhere else. Like I pasted it into the wrong page and it's freaking like crooked and just a lot of things. But anyway, I was gonna do Thanksgiving journaling and I just didn't. And then lastly, we have my December page. Always kind of a Christmassy type theme. Only 8 books again. And then I had some pages left at the end, and I was gonna do this whole like end of year journaling, New Year's Eve thing, but I ended up not doing that or getting enough photos to journal, so I pasted in some things that like happened in the year, like really random things, like I got my eyebrows, powder brows done at Brow Society NYC, highly recommend them. We went out to Pineapple Club for drinking with my friends for my birthday, like a birthday message from a gift, Shang-Chi movie stub. I saw someone do this, so I randomly decided to add it, like a graph of all the books, the number of books that I read per month. And obviously in, May and September I read the most with 20, and November, December I read the least with only 8 books. I'm not sure if I'll like have this, maybe for like a little space at the end of my current bullet journal as well, just to look at it. It's really cute and have like other stats here, like with my Goodreads stats. I do have some pages left at the end, and because I didn't have enough space at the beginning, I didn't leave enough space or like see how many more books that I would read. I kept track of them at the back here. These are all the stats that I have here, and that's everything. I do usually keep like things here in the pocket, but those have migrated into my current bullet journal, like stickers that I want to use and prints that I never ended up using. She is chunky. They always get really chunky at the end, and I love it. I love this color. This sage green is so beautiful. That is my 2021 bullet journal. Please check out my 2022 bullet journal setup if you haven't. I feel like I want to do more journaling videos. I just never really have the time to make it cute anymore, so maybe I'll do like weekly spreads or something. If you're interested in seeing that, let me know. I'll see you all next time. Give this a big thumbs up, and thank you for watching. Bye!